What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Block Report. Today we got official Young Blaccs in the building. What's up, Blacks?
What that shit do?
Let them know who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Go by the name of Young Blaccs, from the city of Artesia, California. I was born in New York, Queens. Brought over here at the age of 8. I started rapping about 11. First time I ever wrote a rap song was at about 11 years old. Right. I remember it was a Puff Daddy song. It was a Puff Daddy song that I try to, cause I've always had a thing for East Coast rap. Right. So I remember trying to write. I wrote that. I was a little kid writing it, man. Got into rap.
When you first started?
11. 11, yeah. When I first tried to write a rap.
How was it being the 11-year-old Young Blaccs?
I thought it was dope, cause then the homie had came and he was like, "Let me hear what you got." You know what I'm saying? So then I remember I showed him what I had, and I was on beat a little bit. That's when I first knew that I wanted to make music. Because growing up as a kid, I didn't grow up with hip hop.
Okay.
I grew up with Mexican music. You know what I'm saying? Because my parents are straight from Mexico. You feel me?
What they listen to?
They listen to cumbia.
Oh, okay.
But being in New York is a mixture of everything, because it's a mixture of cultures. You know what I'm saying? It's not just being Mexican. Over there is Colombians, Puerto Ricans. Everything, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you said
so
you lived in New York.
Yeah.
How long did you live in New York for?
I was there till about 8 years old. Went to Mexico to visit my grandparents before they both passed, and then came back. And I was in New York for maybe, about another month or two. And my mom had took off on my pops because, they were having differences. My mom took off to Artesia, California. That's where I'm from. She took off over there, to pretty much a breakup, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. And I was left in Mexico. She was trying to leave me in Mexico forever. She was like, "Hey, you're going to stay over there." Like, you know what I'm saying? And my grandpa, rest in peace, he was like, "I ain't having it." Shit. I say about 13, 14 years old. That's when I first made my first song for the hood, for my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I was already active. I was already running the streets with the homies, and it was that one song by West Side Connection. Who Banging? I think it's called Who Banging. That song.
Okay.
And that was the first song that I actually wrote a song to for the hood.
Okay.
That's when I understood 12, 14, 16, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. And then 18 to 24, you know what I mean? It was that, but when I first got really, really into rap, it was Eminem. Eminem's first album, actually.
The I Am Slim Shady?
Yeah, that song, Guilty Conscious, was one of my favorite songs.
Ain't that crazy? And he talks really deep in that song, too. Oh,
yeah. Your creative influences are, what would you, top 3?
See, that's hard. I've been asked that before, but if it was top 3, and you're talking about, like, rappers from back then, right? Right. Okay, Eminem for sure is one. Nas, and I say Big Pun, because obviously Big Pun was the first real rapper that, I listened to. And I've always been into battle rap. I always feel like people that could do that is definitely a different blessing from somebody that could write. Not to bite into the temptation, because temptation has a lot to do with why we choose to live that fast life instead of the positive life. See, the fast life is fun. It's fun. I'm saying the girls, the homies, the fake love sometimes. You feel me? That's a lot. It feels good. It alters one's ego. But when you go and do the positive thing, a lot of people are not there. Why? Because they're busy doing that. Yeah. So it's two different feelings, you feel me? And I would tell them to definitely fight that, because that could come later. Focus on what you're going to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because then when you become something and say you got money and you want to fuck your life up, that's on you, baby.
Yeah. Build up
you
that
feel
capital,
me?
yeah.
That's his business.
Build up something that you're going to stand for, or you're going to fall for nothing. You feel me?
I know you've seen it in the news lately. You've seen actually on IG. You've seen it everywhere. The street vendors are actually getting vandalized. It's a topic that's a little touchy with some people, man. But honestly, I just want to know your own opinion on that. How do you feel seeing that as a young Chicano?
So, as far as like them being attacked, or like the people that are involved?
Them being attacked, and the people that are involved themselves.
Well, look, I've always thought this. You know, it pisses me off to see my own people getting thrown out of their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hustle, or people clowning what's inside. You know what I'm saying? What it's looking like. That's always bugged me. But I've always also said, like, okay, so if our people get together and we do something about it, it'll be different. You feel me? But a lot of our people are more used to sweeping it under the rug and just letting it be. You feel me? When you bring up my black folks, they stick together. If they see one of their people getting beat up and they could help, they will. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see most of the time. And especially, like, if we were like that, that would change everything. You know what I'm saying?
Look at
But we're
George
not.
Floyd. You know what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
They jumped it off for
They
George
went crazy.
Floyd.
You know what I'm saying?
We had that one kid from Compton shot in the back, and we didn't do shit about it.
You know what I'm saying? So they stick together. You know, and we should be the same way. But since they stick together so much, they should be able to give a message and say, hey, my young black folks, like, y'all need to cut that. You feel me? That shit's out. Put a stop to it. They have more power than what they think. You know what I'm saying?
Why you feel that is that they don't speak up when it comes to whenever there's damage into another community that's caused by their people? Why you feel like they don't speak up?
I feel like damn, that's a good question. I feel like they don't speak up because first of all, they backed each other up all the time.
Yeah.
So regardless if they're wrong, it's like a family member. If you really fuck with your family member and he fucks up, you're gonna have to roll with it and talk shit to him after.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So they stick together. They stick together regardless if they're wrong or not. We're not black. We're Mexicans. We're brown. You know what I'm saying? So who's gonna matter more to them at the end of the day? Their own people
that's
first.
True. That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? And it's not to be racist or nothing.
answer,
You know what I'm saying? It's not to be racist or anything. But that's how it works. You know what I mean? That's how it goes right now. And it's like, if I would, you see, the way I would work like them. If I see one of my people getting beat up or hurt, I'm getting in, you know, or trying to stop it or do something. You feel me? Like, to where it's not gonna happen. You feel me? Or I'm gonna be able to make a difference in that situation.
Where do you see our Hispanic culture going in the next like 5 years?
Shit, man, that's a good. Hey, that shit gets me excited. I smile because I feel like we're onto something.
Yes, we are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
we
we
are.
grew. Hey, we grew to the point where we matter now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But now we need to grasp that.
Grasp it and run.
We need to grasp the fact that we matter. You feel me?
I think.
But I'm so excited, bro, because I feel like there's so many artists coming out now that are Chicano, you know, and or Mexican, and the Latino, like, it's Latino. You feel me? We're coming out hard, man. I see a lot of artists coming up, new artists, old artists, or even old artists still popping. You know what I'm saying?
Our music and our culture is actually being adapted into all around us, not just music. It's also into everyday foods you go to. Where do you want to go to?
Exactly.
Every day?
Exactly. You want mariscos? You know what I'm saying? You want michelada? The micheladas are famous.
Yeah.
Who the hell don't know about a michelada? You know?
Who did you go to in RTJ?
Actually, I didn't go to high school. I went to probation school.
Okay.
You know, because I was already active on the streets, so I never made it to high school. I actually almost graduated from continuation school, and then I went to jail. Caught a case. I was fighting life. I was fighting like 38 years or something like that. It was a bunch of charges, and I graduated at 17 at the compound in Silmar.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you know, shout out to all my people on Instagram. I got a couple followers that I was with in there. You know what I'm saying? And seeing us as kids grow up to adults and being free, that's just dope. You know what I'm saying? And we exchanged words because we used to see each other in there. You know what I'm saying? And we pretty much lived together there. So shout out to them that they're still out. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing productive things. You know, they're working. You know, my boy Risky, he's Risky Rich from Long Beach, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's dope, man.
That shout out Doughboy for throwing that challenge, man. Honestly, that put us in a different zone too, because I think a lot of artists that weren't being seen got recognized through there, and
Yes.
you know, the Dino is coming up itself.
Yes.
You know,
Definitely. When I first did it, you know, I started realizing that a lot of people were biting to my challenges, so it made me do it even more. You know, and the more I did it, they see, like, so if you take a look at my old flows to now, you'll see how much I've developed. wordplay, delivery, you know, energy, you know, cadence,
when did you notice the improvement?
That's the thing. I didn't.
You just unfolded it.
Yeah, I just kept going. Exactly. Like when I started recording,
yeah.
I just rolled with it. Bam, 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 bam.
I actually collab with a lot of artists, not just your son. You've collabed with who else have you collabed with?
King Cash.
King Cash, that's right.
My dog right there.
That's right. Shout out
Official
King
Lovely.
Cash. Official Lovely as well.
You know, shout out. By the way, shout out to her because she's actually been in the game for a while and she's taught me some things. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that actually got me into. So back to what you said, she got me into the distro kid now.
Okay.
So I don't only have a United Masters, I have a distro kid too.
Also,
Yeah. So her.
You're getting paid for your work.
Yeah, her. Shady G from Riverside, actually from out here. Shady G, my boy Shady G. Who else have I collabed with? Baldacci, yeah, Young Drummer Boy.
Yeah,
Got a song with them.
That's the recent one I just saw too, not too long ago.
Yeah,
How was that linking up with Drummer?
it was smooth. It was smooth. It was smooth because shout out to his manager Puppet, man. Puppet is the one that actually set everything up, put everything in motion. You feel me? So it was pretty easy to speak to him. It wasn't a hard person to reach. You feel me? Like if I needed a call or whatever, like I could call him and he's gonna answer. What's good, my dog? You know what I'm saying? So everything he made everything go smooth. You feel me? Like where there was no problems, no differences, no nothing. Everything was set
How
up.
did you feel being in there, but just you two in the studio, just collabing?
You know, I was nervous because I was just when I made that song with Drummer, I was just maybe like 2 months in. I barely started rapping again. But sometimes it's just so random. I just sit down and bam, start writing.
Just whenever you feel, yeah, I got you.
Like I always make sure I got work. You feel me? Like right now I got work. I got work, you know, for an EP that I'm doing with Project Made 818. I met him through King Cash. I think that's King Cash's producer. So I got a little EP with him. I got an EP coming with my producer, which is here tonight. He's over there. Just Drew. That's my producer.
Just Drew.
Why is that name sound so familiar?
I know.
Just Drew. That's what he goes by on Instagram. Just follow Just Drew FRFR. But yeah, man, I always make sure I got work because I always want to keep my mind going. And sometimes, you know, I just go and sit down and bam, just start working.
You get your support from people that are closest around you, or more like from strangers?
You know, shit, man. That's a good question. But if you asked me, have I seen more love from strangers than the people around me? I would say definitely strangers.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of strangers have shown me a lot of love. Yeah. And it's probably because they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really don't know what it would have to do with, but...
What about with other rappers? Do you feel like when you reach out, it's genuine, or it's like, nah, like you see the when, like they're kind of two-faced when you get in the DMs
As a rapper, I think you know when they want to collab with you. Like they make it obvious when they want to work. Because some, you know what I'm saying, some will look at it as business and some won't look at it as business. And you know when it's business, you feel me? Because off back, you're going to get that message. This is what it is. This is, you know what I'm saying? It's what I expect. But, yeah, you will know when a rapper wants to work with you, definitely. You will know when he wants to make a song. He's feeling the vibe, too.
Do you see other social platforms that put down our gente? I don't know if you ever seen like Food's Gone Wild, maybe themselves, you know, Sock Check Fool.
Does it bug me?
Does it bug you seeing like that they do that?
Sometimes, you know, because I feel like that lifestyle is a culture, you know, like that's the way we live, that's the way we see. So sometimes it's funny because there's certain things that you relate to when you were living in the hood, and you make fun of the homie, you know what I'm saying, clowning. But then sometimes it gets a little like overwhelming, I guess you could say, because it pisses me off. Because then it's like, all right, fool, like we get it, you feel me?
Right.
You keep coming back to the same thing. It's like, we get it, fool. It's funny the first time, the second time, cool. Third time, it's kind of like, fuck. Like, when is it going to stop? I feel like that lifestyle deserves a little more respect, you feel me?
Are you a cookie guy or a chip guy?
Damn. It depends. Am I high or am I not?
You could be both. It's
Because
okay.
if I'm high, I'm going with the cookies. You feel me?
Right.
So are you more of a salt person or more of a sweet person?
Salt, definitely salt.
Okay, so chips would probably be your go-to of anything, right?
Yeah, because sweets, like I said, I gotta be high. You know what I'm saying, or in the mood.
Right.
Because I can't just eat sweets off back. You know.
Yeah.
Horror for sure.
Zombies or Exorcist?
Damn, that's a good one, dog. I don't even know how to answer that one, my G. Shit, man. Damn, that's good, dog. I mean, the demons it attracts me. You feel me? So I think I'd have to go with the Exorcist. You know what I'm saying? Because the demon shit, the whole fucking voice changing and shit like that, that shit be tripping me out.
Who's your favorite singer?
Favorite singer, female or male?
Don't matter.
R&B?
Top of the top, your number one.
Shit.
Name your top 5.
Who would I go to as far as singers? I would have to go old school. Like if I was to listen to R&B, it would be for sure Ashanti. Right now, Jaheen Aiko, I think that's her name, or Jean Aiko. I don't know her name. That's another singer I fuck with. Of course, Trey Songz. Oh, Life Jennings. Life Jennings is hard, you know what I'm saying?
Live Jennings, yes. I'm a
That
fan.
shit takes me back to
Yeah.
the jail days, you know?
Yeah. Definitely Live Jennings all the way.
Yeah, Life Jennings. That's 4. We need
We need
one
one
more. I gotta go with Neo.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Neo.
going to like the early 2000 R&B, you know what I'm saying?
You're like a zone of like maybe 2006, 2000. Hey, you went through the whole year right now with the pandemic. Did you have any issues with that as far as like having it?
Nah, you know what? I was actually pretty blessed right before the pandemic started. Got a large amount of money, you feel me? I was blessed, you know? And so that helped a lot too. And then the pandemic came. I lost my job because I'm actually a very well trained butcher. Yeah, believe it or not.
Hey, we need some tomahawks, man. We've been trying to find
Well,
tomahawks.
you
man.
know, I could get a whole pig and gut it out, take the parts off, everything. I know I do all that.
Young Blaccs said, "Don't go to Arby's. I got the meats."
Yeah. I used to hook up the homies. They used to hit me up like, "Hey, we're gonna have a barbecue fool. Hook us up." And I'll come out with like 10 pounds of fucking asada. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, fool. You know, take it.
How long have you done butchering?
About 5 years.
How'd you learn that?
You know what? It was crazy. I was struggling. I didn't have a job. I wasn't into rap. I wasn't doing music at the time.
That's right.
And my mom, you know, my mom knows a lot of Mexican people and shit. And there was this guy named Pedro. Shout out to Pedro, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Pedro, yeah.
Pedro,
Definitely.
Don Pedro, hey, Pedro, that was,
Gracias.
Pedro was the one that got me the job. He didn't know me, but he knew my mom. And you know, I came tatted, you know, I'm already blasted and shit. I had tattoos, everything. And he still hired me. He still got me in, talked to the manager and was like, hey, I need this guy. He knows how to do what he's doing. He lied. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But he got me the job. Yeah, he gave me a shot.
Y se puso las pilas.
He said, puso las... Hell yeah. He made me fucking...
If you're a butcher, you must be a good griller too, right? You grill?
Oh, what? Come on, baby.
Come on, man. Hey,
Put me on the grill, man.
I bet you got a smoker, man.
Popping
You got
off the
a
grill. What are you throwing on? What are you throwing it on?
Well, it depends. What do you want?
Hey,
We could throw some ribs in there, smoke some shit. You feel me?
Yeah, some Gouda.
Smoking's gonna take about 3 to 5 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe even more, depending how you like it. But yeah, I'm a good griller.
As a southern artist, would you ever consider working with a northern artist?
I would if there was no politics involved. You feel me? If I didn't have anything, you know, to deal with after that.
What do you think it would take for us? Because you know the Bloods and the Crips, they get together and they do it all the time.
Mhm.
What's keeping us from bringing that together?
I would say pride, because you know if you know what's up, when you're involved in that, there's a lot of pride, bro. You feel me? It is what it is. That's how the game goes. So that's what I feel like, you know, has a lot to do with it too, because you know a lot of things fall back behind pride. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
negative things.
Yeah. So I mean, either you're gonna be a brick wall or you're gonna fold. And I gotta follow, you know, protocol. You feel me? Yeah.
Do you ever think like a southern artist can be signed to a northern label?
I think it could happen, but like I said, they're gonna have to be ready to be prepared, get a phone call or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, consequences. You feel me? Everything that you like, I've learned in life, everything that you do has a consequence. You choose to do something, just there's gonna be a positive or a negative. You know what I'm saying?
When there's an action, there's a reaction.
Exactly. So I feel like, whatever we do as men, we need to know how we're moving because it's gonna come back. You feel me?
I got a question as far as your next 5 years ahead of you right now. What do you see yourself?
Damn, man. You know what? Right now, my concentration is I need to line up these because I got a lot of music out. You feel me? I need to line up these videos. I feel like when you're in this rap game right now, visuals mean a lot.
Yeah.
People want to see what you're doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're an entertainer.
Yeah, you guys stay relevant.
Exactly. So right now, my focus is on that. I wanna do more videos because I feel like visuals get you a lot of more attention. You feel me? But see, I'm trying to see like, should I post them on platforms or should I just build my own? Which is kind of hard decision sometimes because sometimes you like, I guess pride gets me and I'll be like, man, I deserve that. You feel me? And then, but what are you without promo? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something I definitely had to focus. But 5 years, man, I just got into shows. I'm gonna be performing at San Diego on Wednesday.
Okay.
For Lovely and her artist Azusa. Shout out to Azusa, by the way. We have a little track I made with her. It's called "Ride with Me." It's on all streaming platforms. Y'all definitely need to check that out if you like love songs and stuff. You want to tell a girl, you want to dedicate a nice song to her. Ride with me. Because I just feel like I need to stick to what I know. You know what I'm saying? I make my mom I make my mom proud. You feel me?
That's right, bro.
I make my mom proud from what I'm doing right now. So I want to stick more to my roots right there. You feel me? Because that's where I came from. My parents were both immigrants.
Right.
That's what I know, baby. You feel me?
That's right.